world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, this is your explorer, Captain Mayday, and today we're going to be exploring planet Alpha Bravo in our first solar system. So, this is a humid planet. The weather is occasional light showers. Sentinels are absent, with the resources being starbulb, sodium, paraffinium, and copper. The approximate age of this planet is 3.24 billion years old. Now this planet may look like a really nice, really green, lush planet, but I kind of arrived right at the sunset. You can kind of see a little bit of that red bloom right there, but it kind of gets annoying, to be honest. You could just see how it's intensely getting more and more red. I mean, this planet is green, lush, and beautiful. It's just that humid red atmosphere. It's just the atmosphere itself kind of gives off this real humid feel to it. If you notice, there's a lot of mineral formations as far as boulders, but you also may notice there's not a lot of trees. Some foliage, very small foliage, but not a whole lot to be seen as far as plant life. I discovered that most of the plant life on this planet is actually living in the water. There's not actually that much that is above the water on the land, other than the fertile grass look that it does have. But, you know, that's just another one of those quirks. Could be just too humid on the surface for anything. The cave systems are pretty good too. This cave right here was a really good find. You got an underground creature right there that you're able to see, you know, kind of got your own feel. The cave systems were really lit up. Again, not too much as far as the actual flora goes. Fauna is kind of far and few in between, but you can see them. The atmosphere is 58% fluorine and 28% nitrogen, with the core of the planet being made of aluminum. This could have something to do with the humidity on the planet. The actual aluminum could be, I mean, if it's a denser aluminum, I can see a possible like reflection. I mean, I'd probably sounds ridiculous, but if there's any aluminum of the core or the planet showing or near the actual crust itself, then I can see that being a reflective material. Now here's some of the underwater spots that I found that were actually pretty serene. As you can see, there's a lot more plant life, a lot more that you're able to discover and scan as far as that goes. This planet, as far as notes goes, was settled 230 years ago, and given the approximate age, this is one of the older planets in the system, especially about older than the last system by about 2.2 billion years. It may, you know, add a little bit more to that. The economy of the solar system, as you already know, is research comfortable with a conflict level of peace, dominant life form being the Viking. The geology of this planet is mathematic. So, you know, it's, I guess, calculated. I'm not too sure what mathematic means, or mathematic means whenever it comes to actual geology of a planet. Now, I tried to show some underwater scenes whenever it was nighttime, because as you can see during the daytime, it's got such a harsh red glow that you just don't get that look of the serenity and beauty of the actual underwater parts itself. Now, I'm going to say the water is probably red, and the red in the atmosphere, like right here, is actually probably just, you know, the high humidity. You can actually, it's so high that you can see it. Maybe the water itself is actually red, and that's what's reflecting in the atmosphere and all around you. So that's pretty much my theory for what's going on here. But like I said, there's not a whole lot of plant life on the surface of the planet, and that could have a lot to do with the high humidity. Maybe no plants have evolved to be able to handle it. The Viking do have a very nice presence on this planet, being, you know, that this is in their solar system, but I definitely stumbled upon a lot more Viking settlements and archives and, you know, just overall structures to kind of verify that they are definitely present in this planet. Now, another cool thing about this planet, I do have a base on this planet, but another cool thing about it is it does have kind of that barren wasteland kind of look to it. You know, you don't really see a whole lot of flush anything. Animals, you really don't see them until you come upon them. There's so many settlements across the world that it doesn't seem like it's that barren. You know, you would expect a barren planet to not have any life, but it looks lush, but there's just not that floral life there to kind of confirm it. I mean, right here we got 18 plants, but if you look at the number of them, majority, if not, I would say safely probably about 75%, if not 90% of the plants on this planet can only be found underwater. It's just kind of mind-boggling to me, but at the same time it's not, because these planets are supposed to have their own kind of personalities, even though, you know, some of them kind of seem like they're copy and paste. It's all procedurally generated, so we're going to just look at it like we would any other planet. You know, this one evolved along the same lines as the other planets around it based on where it was, and in fact I can see planet Alpha Alpha in the same solar system possibly reaching this point by the time it does get to the age of 3 billion years. You know, it could have this kind of life and could have water on it. I'm not sure what the distance is from the planets to the sun of this solar system, because of the arrangement of the planets for, well, really, Hello Games did it just so that we could travel between planets without having to take enormous amounts of time in order to do so. So, you know, you do have to thank them for that, but at the same time, it doesn't give you this real grandeur idea of how far the planet is in relation to the other planets and to the sun. So, I mean, the other planet, Alpha Alpha, could easily end up like this one in another 2 billion years, or maybe not. Well, I think that's going to just about conclude this episode. I'd like to thank everybody for subscribing. Everybody that hasn't subscribed, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you guys next week whenever we explore the next planet, Alpha Charlie, in No Sky Unexplored. It's been a pleasure. This is your Captain Mayday speaking, and have a great day, and watch out for carrots. See you next week.